it's always this like trade-off for me of that it's really important to measure environmental impact, and it's always harder to measure the social. But I think thinking through those ways that we can do that is really valuable, and is the yin to the yang to those environmental things.
Well, I'll weigh in with a thought there. One is complete support of the comments that Bob made. And there's actually, if we look at the academic research, it's a feeling that we get as event professionals, but the academic research of the diversity, equity, and inclusion impacts of virtual events is substantiated. And there's multiple studies coming out daily. So there's one in particular that I linked in the chat if anyone would like to take a look at it. I think that one of the things that, if I think of the experience of some of the organizations I work with, it's been helpful to not look at it so much as, is this about live or is this about digital or somewhere in between? It's about structuring things based on outcomes. And organizations are really starting to learn when they engage with their audience that we actually can effectively achieve educational outcomes quite well in a virtual setting. We can achieve often project management outcomes. What we can't achieve in that setting are certain other types of strategic outcomes, where it's perhaps for sales or for networking or for some of those more sort of soft, intangible things that I concur with Amanda are really hard to measure. But I've found it quite helpful as those organizations have been sort of charting this pathway to net zero, is to sort of step back from the paradigm of the format and really focus in on the outcome and how the paradigms need to shift in more integrated ways to better meet those. And it may mean that our meetings are divided up and sort of rebuilt from the ground up in different ways, where there are these ones that achieve that well virtually and others that are more critical to do face-to-face.